Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I, Yash Chandra, welcome you all to my yet another video on my YouTube channel, Astronomy. Today's video is a little unique because it talks about a personality of erstwhile Hindu Mahasabha, which is today's RSS. This video is also special to me because my late grandfather, Pandit Chandragupta Vidyalankar, was an eminent leader and a freedom fighter who laid his life for the freedom struggle of this country. And he died at a very young age, and he was a very prominent member of Hindu Mahasabha. So today's video is on Nathuram Vinayak Godse, who was born on 8:30 a.m. 19th May 1910, and he was eventually sentenced to death on 15th of November 1949 at Central Jail, Ambala. He was a Hindu nationalist from Western India, and he was born in Baramati, a town in Maharashtra. And he shot Gandhi at point blank range with 3 bullets pumping into his chest. This happened while a multi-religion prayer meeting was happening at Birla House in New Delhi on 30th of January 1948. In this plot of assassination, there were 6 people, including Narayan Apte, and this trial in the court lasted for a year, and eventually uh, Nathuram Godse was sentenced to death and he was hanged. It is prudent to mention here that Nathuram's petition was actually of 110 pages, and those 110 pages spoke about the atrocities which happened on Hindu during 1947 or the period just around that. And he had actually stated facts, but it was viewed maybe with a biased opinion. Of course, it was done by the Honorable Court, so nothing much to say here. But it is prudent to mention that his petition carried a document of 110 pages. So, why did he kill Gandhi? This video is purely an uh, astrological analysis, an analysis on his horoscope. This is not a political video, so I am putting a disclaimer that this is nothing to do with politics or to hurt somebody's sentiments. This is purely a horoscope analysis of Nathuram Godse. Now, from the time which I have received from social media and other sources at 8:30 a.m. 19th of May 1910, and when I made his chart, it came out as Mithun Lagna with Mars sitting in the Lagna itself. Second house is vacant, third house is vacant. Moon and Jupiter conjunction is there in the fourth house. Again, fifth house is vacant. Sixth house has Ketu. Seventh, eighth, and ninth again are vacant. 10th has Venus. 11th has Saturn in a debilitated stage in Aries. And the 12th house has a conjunction of Mercury, Sun, and Rahu. So, Mars sitting in Lagna. Very important. In my earlier videos on Mars, I have told that to become a great IPS officer, army officer, athlete, a guy who gives shape to his dreams, uh, a guy with a lot of determination, and to achieve such a task of assassinating a prominent politician, you must have some guts and some determination, which Godse had. And I have seen in most of the charts that when Mars is in a very good dignity, placed in the Lagna or the seventh house or in the Kendra or in the 12th house, that person, he goes all out to achieve his dreams, his aspirations, or his goals. And such was the case with Nathuram Godse. So Mars here is placed in Rahu Nakshatra, and Rahu is placed in the 12th house. 12th house also denotes imprisonment, loneliness, mental asylum, jail, all these things. And there is a conjunction of Rahu and Sun in the 12th house, which makes it a Grahan dosh. You know that when Rahu is with Chandrama or with Sun in Vedic astrology, it's called as a Grahan dosh. So it is making a Grahan dosh in the 12th house, and Mars is in Lagna, which made him complete his task. Actually, he tried assassinate Gandhi earlier, but he failed. Then, with Narayan Apte and six other people of Hindu Mahasabha, he plotted this and he was successful. So he was successful largely because of the contribution of Mars, which made him so determined and which made him very tactful. Um, Ketu in the sixth house is sitting in Scorpio, that is Vrishchik Rashi. Vrishchik Rashi Lord is Mars, so it is magnifying the power of Mars. So it is magnifying the soldier's energy. It is magnifying the passion, the fire, the aggression. He was a highly aggressive guy. He was a very, very aggressive person. So Ketu, as you know, it is a headless planet. So wherever it sits, it magnifies the results of that house, or the Lord of that Rashi. It magnifies that. So it magnifies, so that increases the intensity to complete a task. Because to kill a prominent leader in an open gathering like that, not only does it require guts, but it also requires, a lot of courage, which Mars gives, and that is very prominent in his chart. Rahu and Sun are almost in the same degrees. Rahu is at 5 degrees and Sun is at 4.5 degrees, which in Vedic astrology is called as Dagdha Avastha, almost at the same degree. So that's a very, very close conjunction. So it defames a person. The person does such a incident, or he commits to a crime, that he gets defamed. Of course, we cannot call it as a crime because this has a different perspective altogether. He was born in Surya Mahadasha, and then he also witnessed the 18 years of the Rahu Mahadasha. And very interesting fact you may not be knowing, that actually he was a great follower of Gandhi. He was in close association with Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, and there was nothing wrong in the relationship until there were a series of events which impacted on his mind. So he used to go to all Congress functions. He used to go to all the gatherings of Congress, and he used to listen to these leaders speak as to what they say, and he learned a lot. Eventually, he joined Hindu Mahasabha, and he was a very active member in Hindu Mahasabha, which is today's RSS. And he also used to follow Gandhi, his speeches, his writings. He was a big fan of Gandhi. Rahu Mahadasha ran from 1927 to 1945. In Navam's chart too, there is a conjunction of Rahu and Sun in the second house, which is denoting some malefic energy. Second house is a Dhan Sthan. Second house is also about family and peace. Second house is also about speech and communication, and about your kutum, about your family, about the wealth and assets of your family. Now, when the division of India happened in 1947, and when India and Pakistan were created as two separate countries, this had a great and deep impact on Nathuram Godse. This was one event. The second event was that when lakhs and lakhs of people, 50 to 60 lakhs of people, were trying to migrate from Pakistan, many of them were killed brutally in a very gruesome manner. They were burnt alive. They were humiliated. They were, tortured, killed. Numerous women were raped. And this heinous crimes, or genocide as we call it, this had a very deep impact on Godse's mind, because he was of the opinion that if Gandhi wanted, this could have been avoided. The division could have been avoided. To add, oil in the fire, Indian government or Indian leaders during those days, they transferred a large amount of 55 crore rupees to Pakistan. During those days, RSS wanted ammunition for the safety on its borders, India's borders, but that money through which they could have bought the ammunition was transferred to Pakistan, and Pakistan bought a lot of ammunition from other countries, because when you have to buy ammunition, you have to pay for it. No country is going to give it free to you. So when Pakistan got that money, the same ammunition was bought by Pakistan, and the same ammunition was used to attack Kashmir. Now this turned around the events. Nathuram Godse, who was a great follower of Gandhi, he started hating Gandhi to the core, because he felt that this was against uh, Hindu nationalism. It was like playing with the feelings of Hindus, and this created a spark in his mind. This had a very deep distress, discomfort, pain, agony in his mind, which made him retort to picking up the gun. So because he witnessed this and he was alive during that time when all these things happened, he vowed that this has to be dealt with a serious consequence. And Gandhi, being a little dramatic, he said that if 55 crores are not transferred to Pakistan, then he will die. मैं तो मर जाऊंगा अगर ये 55 करोड़ हमारे बच्चों को नहीं मिला. That was the exact sentence which Gandhi used. Then when he said कि मैं तो मर जाऊंगा, that time only the Hindu Mahasabha members, including Godse, decided कि आप मारेंगे नहीं, आप मरेंगे नहीं, हम आपको मारेंगे. We will kill you. And that is how this plot was, strategized and designed, and eventually the assassination took place on 30th of January 1948, because they vowed that they will take the revenge of whatever happened to the Hindus, brothers and sisters. And these gruesome incidents left a very, very deep scar in his mind. His Jupiter Mahadasha had started on 29th October 1945, and Jupiter also it enhances your intent to complete your deeds towards achieving a goal. And he was very clear that this has to reach a conclusion, because after the decision was taken to divide India, after the decision was taken to transfer 55 crores, after he saw the gruesome killings of Hindus, brothers and sisters, while they were migrating from Lahore towards northern part of India, they were brutally killed, murdered, burnt alive, raped, etc. These three incidents actually made Godse this turned around his mind, and he decided, he vowed that he will assassinate Mahatma Gandhi, and he eventually did. And one basic astrological reason of this is that Mars in the Lagna makes you highly determined. Like I said, that in most of the charts where I have seen Mars in 1st, 7th and 12th house, these people are highly determined. Come what may, they will dedicate the complete 24 hours, but they will get what they want. They will go that extra mile, either by hook or by crook, they will achieve the task. This is a malefic energy which drives your mind. So this, of course, was a turning event. And also the Lord of 8th house, which is the house of demise and destruction, is here in his chart is Saturn, which is sitting in a debilitated condition in the 11th house. So that is also not good in this chart. Also, Saturn is a Yog Karak planet in this Kundli, because it is a Mithun Lagna, and the Lord of Mithun Lagna is Mercury. But unfortunately, Mercury is retrograde and sitting in the 12th house. 12th house is a very high indication of imprisonment, and eventually he died in the prison, and he was hanged to death on 15th of November 1949. So this was a small analysis of Nathuram Godse's chart. Like I said, this is a pure astrological analysis. No political discussion or comments on this, please. So in case you have liked my video, please comment on it, give your feedback. I'll be posting some more videos on few more eminent personalities. Keep watching. In case you require an analysis of your horoscope, please do call or WhatsApp at my India number 9742 881188. You can send me your accurate birth details. I'll be more than happy to assist you and do the complete analysis of your horoscope. Till we meet again, take care, be safe, have a good evening.